Alrighty guys, how you doing? I just wanted to say I got a few projects I'll be assessing in this video. I don't know about the electrics, I'm still looking over, but pulled this amp gauge, old school amp gauge, off of an older junkyard mower, so got that. I got everything I need for it, so I got a light switch going on over here, ignition, okay, kill switch all hooked up, not all hooked up but mocked in there, gear shift lever attached to the shift leverage. I'm gonna hook a chain up to the back of this so I can get pulled out of mud if I get stuck. And what I just got done doing, which I really like, is this bash bar. 215 bolts I drilled into the frame. There is one open on the bottom. I'm gonna put one inside of there, but it's not gonna be a 15. I'll probably put like a 12 millimeter or something like that. They're all tightened up. I mean, it ain't. It's that bash bar's holding up the whole tractor too, and that tractor has a big transmission in the back and a whole engine, so it's definitely doing good. I'm gonna drop that front axle out today. Probably see about chopping the frame right here and chopping the frame right there so it has more flex. And also, to add on to the more flex, I was rummaging around. I'd say this is maybe about an inch diameter, maybe, I don't know, something like that. Found this round stock, and it's pretty beefy, so I might chop about maybe an inch or two out of that, depending on how wide this axle is, and see if I can get that welded up to make as a front articulation motion. So how it would be is I would chop that tube and weld it where this bolt would go into, so I would have a little bit of lift from that, and the back's getting lifted, but I have to work on that. So I'm gonna get some more stuff done, and then we'll go from there. I'm also using this bar as my mock-up for the FXT wannabe build, so I've been chopping a few things away to make the fenders fit. So I am keeping the holes for the fender brackets to lift them back, but this one I'm kind of taking slow because now I'm at the point where I either need metal to make custom stuff like the gauge cluster and the dash. That's going to be fully removable. I'll have about two, I'd say about flat bars here. I'm gonna cut this out, make it flat, or pound it out and make it flat, and I'm gonna put a new bracket there and make that removable too, so I'll have a removable dash if I need to service it or work on it. But back to this mud mower, what I'm probably going to be doing next is chopping these fenders. I have lines on both sides. Let's see if we get it. There we go. And those are basically going to be butted up against the frame and this and this kick panel here, or the footrest, whatever you want to call it. And that will basically protect me from when I'm sitting here, since the seat's right there. That'll protect me from getting rocks and shit thrown at me, so probably gonna get that worked on next, and then when I come back from that, we'll see where I'm at. Alright, what's up? I'm back. So I've been working on this rear end for a little bit now. I got the fenders mounted up here. They're sturdy, they ain't going anywhere. But these are just kind of just sitting on a bolt right now. That's right down there. Well, it's right down there, and this is kind of what it's just resting on. So I got to get some more shelf bracketing and chop it in half and make brackets out of those. I'm not going to really worry about the holes that are coming out on this side, so I'm going to have a plate right here to hide all that, which is down there. I got to cut to fit the shifter, but I did come back here and put some chain on here, and it ain't. I can pull this whole tractor with this damn chain. So there's that. I did move the seat up a little bit. It was kind of back and I wasn't really feeling too good on how far it was back, so put some bolts in there, sitting a little bit more up, and I can actually reach the damn steering wheel. I thought since I was taller, maybe putting it a little bit more far to the back, I could stretch my legs out and actually be comfortable in this thing, but it's too far back. So we're there. Got that all done. I think next I'm going to work on the front axle. I'm going to chop up the notch the frame there, and then I'll reinforce it with square tubing. I might look at that steering, see if I can replace that steering rod with some of that too. So, but we'll see when we get there and stuff. So I'm going to get this all situated, and I'll get back at you guys when I figure something out. Alright guys, I forgot where I left off on this thing, but I'm working on the Yardman, trying to get some of this electrical stuff done. I found a bigger one of these, so I'm going to install this compared to the old one. The old one was kind of small and looked like it was kind of crummy, so I had to compare them. I got a 20 amp fuse here that I'm going to use, and then my 8 amp that I got right here I'm going to use for all my lights and stuff. So I plan on having a good amount of lights on here. So yep, so I'm going to work on this lighting and stuff and all this electrical shit, and then I'll get back to you guys when hopefully I have some of it all done. Alrighty guys, so I wrapped up the electrical for today on the mud mower. Well, Stinky. Grandfather helped him with it. I'll eventually, over time, wrap all this up, but I would just like to get it started, get it situated, and then we'll go from there. We gotta hook up the alternator and all that other shit when we actually hear the motor running. So the ignition's all hooked up. I can do the lights, but the kill switch is gonna be hooked up as soon as I get the battery in here and I get the bolts for the back of the kill switch. I have my mom, I guess she knows somebody that can weld pretty good, so I'm going to have somebody weld up that front articulation point on the front axle so I get more flex out of that front. I'm not chopping the frame like I wanted to, it's just not going to work out. So I'll make my own axle eventually sometime a little later down the line, but I just want to get this thing running and I want to get it driving. So I think tomorrow I might mess with that transmission to see if I can make some more brackets and stuff like that, but all the electrical in this for now is done. I only have to hook up 2 more wires, so yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know. I'm gonna go edit this video and try to get it posted. Peace. Alright guys, I'm back. I got the old shit handles all bolted up to the mower and the fenders. There's 2 10mm bolts on each one, and they're torqued down pretty good, so they ain't coming out. Just a little something small I did. I did do something else, but I forgot what it was. So when I get back to y'all, I'll figure out what it is, but I'm thinking about mounting that winch next. Alrighty folks, hello, I'm back with another Yardman video. So I woke up this morning, went to go check the Yardman, and I saw a big old oil leak puddle, so that can only mean one thing. And it's coming out of the #1 spot where I kind of knew it was leaking. The oil drain. I messed it a little bit, and it was loose and it was leaking. So out of my mind, I was thinking that maybe it needed a washer or an O-ring or something like that. Like I was saying, I think this piece is leaking because there's a stud here that holds this little plastic piece on. Right there, that holds on. It kind of slides up in there. Same with that side. But on this side where it's supposed to be, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's supposed to be right there where my tip of my thumb is. It's busted off. So I'm going to throw this big old rubber washer on there, put a bigger O-ring on there, and I'm going to press it on there and twist it. And then I'll put new oil in it, used oil, to see if it doesn't leak again. And then if it doesn't leak, I'll throw new oil in it and then put a carb on it, and we should be good to go. Alrighty, so I got the spark plug all taken out and cleaned up. I actually put another oil drain on there. I hate the one that's on there. I think it's stupid, so took that off, put the new one on. I'm gonna hook up the starter. I'm gonna hook up the magneto. Got this little piece of tube here that I guess goes in here. Let me push that in there really good. And I guess that's like a crankcase vent or whatever. So next I'm probably gonna work on getting the carb in. Once the carb's on, I don't know, I have to look into that because it's a lot more different than I thought it was. So I gotta make it fit to that. So I don't know, I might have to make like a custom bracket or something for that, or a custom. I might have to make a custom intake that hooks it up to the carb or something. I got the headers all situated. I put studs on there, nice gasket. I think next is probably going to be bolt the engine down, throw some oil in it, and then probably start it up. I want to go over everything first though, make sure it's all good before I just do that, so I don't mess nothing up. But I'm going to start getting some of that stuff done, and I'll get back to you when I'm around there. Oh, also another thing, I'm going to throw the front suspension back together, because I did get this welded. So we're going to throw that back in. I might have to grind it down a little bit, or just pry that plate out that holds this in. So, but that should give us a lot of articulation and a lot of motion up front. I might brace it later down the line, but for right now, just to mock it up and hold